This section is going to be focusing on prompt engineering and how it can aid you, along with what it did to help me through my process of creating this course and Piston assembly. First, what is prompt engineering? In a very simple answer, prompt engineering is about asking the right question. It's how we as a user can make the AI give us the best possible answer. It's essentially articulating the perfect question so the AI knows exactly what to produce. We do this by following 5 simple steps. First, treat the question like it's an interview. We want the question to be as thorough as possible and we don't leave out anything we want. Second, be specific. Don't ask an AI to list differences between many fruits. Ask it to compare to different details like taste, aroma, and texture of 3 to 4 different kinds. It's like when you're given an answer on a test. You want to know what you're answering rather than trying to guess so you can produce the best and most specific result. Don't overcrowd your questions. Break stuff down. Everything doesn't need to be at once. If you ask too many things at once, it might confuse the AI and make every answer very short and simple compared to what you want. If you're trying to ask between the where and why of something, ask where it happened first, and then move on to why in a different question. That way both of the where and why are answered in as best as possible. Fourth, give it a role. Make the AI embody someone like a teacher or a friend trying to help you explain something. This can help them use the right terminology and base your understanding off of what the AI thinks you have in order to answer a question. If you just tell it to give you the answer to some grade 12 math question, it's going to give you the answer. It's not going to make it simple. It's not going to give you a walkthrough. It's just going to answer the question. If you say, answer this question by assisting a grade 12 student who lacks the required knowledge to complete this question and help him walk it through the problems so that he can learn and improve next time. If you say something like that and make it embody the role of a teacher teaching someone who needed help, it makes the AI focus on using simpler language and making sure to thoroughly explain every step to give you a better response. And lastly, if you don't like the answer you get, look at what's wrong with it and what you didn't like, and see if you can get the AI to give you a different answer. If you think that it just used a couple wrong words you didn't like, you can always just ask the same question again or say, I didn't like when you said this, it made me confused, or I don't think that best answered the question. And you can either have it re answer the question, or you can change up your question to try and better fit an answer. Now, what are the different types of prompt engineering? There's 6 main, those being zero shot, few shot, chain of thought, react, meta prompting, and self consistency. Zero and few shot are very similar. However, zero shot is just simply asking a question like what is the answer to blank. Whereas with few shot, you give the AI context as to what it's asking. Say, what is the answer of blank with this predetermined knowledge? It's like asking for what type of dog I should get compared to asking what type of dog I should get and giving how much space I have for it and how much time I have to care for it. Chain of thought is encouraging a step-by-step reasoning before a final answer. This makes you make the AI break down an answer into multiple steps, kind of like how we as humans. It'll likely give the most human and complex result as it'll force an AI to break down a question and give thorough answers to every aspect of it. Next is React. This combines reasoning and an action. It effectively embodies a role and then reasons with the knowledge that fits in that role. Like if you told to be William Shakespeare to write a poem, compared if you were to write a normal poem like Zero Shot, you would get 2 different results. As in one, you have it embodying Shakespeare and using words, terminology, and knowledge are from around what he would know compared to just in general. Next is meta-prompting. This is where the AI critiques, rewrites, or improves its own prompts. You give it a question, you say, I didn't like this, please fix it, and then you have the AI fix it. Or you say, this didn't quite satisfy, try to figure out where you went wrong. And lastly is self-consistency. This is where you run multiple answers for the same question, pick the best one, and let the AI know so that it can better improve your next result. Now, how does it help here? Our engines are complex arrangements of many parts to perform a very specific function. Every single part is very complex, and an engine won't function if one of them's missing. But we're not doing an entire engine, but rather a specific combination that can simulate the mechanical movement that is produced by an engine. It can be hard to find the perfect article or video to help you explain how this works, but that's why using AI is perfect in this situation. AI can create an explanation perfect for you. It doesn't need to worry about the mass majority of viewers' understanding. It only needs to worry about answering your question. The parts we're going to be using are the crankshaft, piston head, connecting rod, wrist pin, and a cover. If you have problems, ask AI about understanding the function of each of these parts. You can even ask it to break down every part and deeply explain the function of these specific parts in case you're still not understanding. And don't worry about making sure the AI gives answers up to par with that seen in university textbooks. It's okay to tell the AI to give you a really dumbed down answer that uses only simple words so that you can understand it. This is about helping you understand how this works, not some random technician. And lastly, how it helped me. I used AI after first looking up at how an engine worked. I watched a couple of videos and read a couple of articles of how they worked, but I was still kind of confused. So I then went to a ChatGPT and asked it to help me break down the steps of a piston assembly, which is what we've been creating, or what we're going to be creating. I then asked it to give me a few diagrams so that I could help visualize what was being said to me. I had it break down every part and tell me the normal function. That way I can envision it with myself and then compare my vision of this assembly to the diagram to correct any wrong misunderstandings that I have. Thank you for listening, and you can move on to the next section.